Oof, that brand new Orion robot is so cool. It pairs so well with the disc launcher weapon because its robot ability Hunter's Mark curves around the corners the same way as the disc launcher does, and it's so effective and so much fun. This, my friends, by the way, is Mech Arena, an awesome team-based 5v5 robot shooter for your Android and iOS devices with a perfect amount of pick-up and play fun and competitive skillful play. Use my QR code on screen or the links down below to kickstart your play with a starter pack worth $25. As you can see here, I won the robot during the event opening and I was like, wait, now I have to make a video about this new monster. And that's what we're doing here. I upgraded it so it gets the +4 energy capacity, 16 altogether, so I can then equip my 2 disc launchers 8, also equipping the right pilot Rosa for the job, and then getting the brand new camo. I also won the blacklight camo on, and yeah, then we were already ready to go. And as you can see here, around 100-meter range for the ability Hunter's Mark, and I hit and slow the enemy, or even enemies, when they stand close together. I think I can hit multiple ones, and what it does is it slows them first off, and secondly, every shot they take, they make it so that every shot counts as double damage. No, more than double damage. 2.5 times the amount of damage. Every shot they take counts as if they were hit from behind, right? And that even kind of bypasses partially energy shields, such as the white shield or the personal shield from the Juggernaut, for example. So it's really insanely good. This ability allows you to deal very, very good damage with next to every weapon very reliably. And as you can see here, I hit a few guys in there, and I'm just racking them. I'm just racking the enemy team with these disc launcher weapons and the new Hunter's Mark ability. And that's the crazy thing also. I noticed how insanely well they pair, because the Hunter's Mark curves around corners and you can hit people that don't have line of sight with you, and you can do the same thing with the disc launcher too, basically adding or providing you with an incredibly good, effective way of attacking enemies that are not otherwise hittable or can't even shoot back at you, maybe, you know? And that really makes a difference on the battlefield. Sometimes you don't hit with the Hunter's Mark ability, and if you don't hit, also to the right you'll see that it regenerates super quickly. If you didn't place a hit, you'll have the ability back after 3 seconds. If you did make a hit, like I do here, it takes 12 seconds for the ability to be coming back. So there's even a failsafe in the robot that if you miss the ability or something went wrong, you just get your ability back and you can do it again. And that's just so freaking cool, man. I like this. Yeah, so let's have some more fun and dealing damage from around the corner here, whooping that poor guy who got my Hunter's Mark on him. Pop! There he goes. Smackdown! Dude, this is cool. I love it. Also, for those, you know, who follow my content here on this channel, what I really like about Mech Arena is that you can swap pilots for free, back and forth. It's just that you take this pilot from this robot. I had it previously, these weapons mounted on a different robot, and I swapped it over, the pilot and the weapons from another robot, and I was immediately good to go on the new Orion robot. No problem, no needing to retrain or do anything. It's just swap the pilot and you're ready. Right, so that's really cool. I like this so much about Mech Arena that that there's it's so friendly on the usability, on how to swap and upgrade and test this and try this. That's something the game does incredibly good and very well. Here, boom, one more shot around the corner and bam bam. You see more than 7,000 damage per hit when I hit with my disc launcher. That's normally not the amount of damage my disc launcher at that level does, but it does with the Hunter's Mark. I did 551,000 damage. That's 15 kills and 51% of all the kills in my team. Or no, all the damage in my team. So I did more than 50% of the entire team damage here. And then in the next match, you can see I was able to get that, I think it was a kill shot, around the corner. I just hit him there with the Hunter's Mark. He was slowed, he couldn't really get away very quickly anymore, and I was able to hit him right around the corner with a disc launcher afterwards. Here, and I can even support my buddy, who's like shooting right there into the base, and help out tremendously by slowing the enemy and making him, because not just I do 2.5 the amount of damage. That's probably something I should have said earlier. Everyone firing at the target does, right? So the target is marked for every one of your team, basically marked for death or Hunter's Mark, and that means that every damage shot they take is like acts like damage from behind, no matter if you fire it or your teammates, and therefore basically reaching an incredibly effectiveness on team play like this that this robot can provide, and also the one-on-one potential is very high. You're a very, very good one-on-one robot with this too, because of that immense damage boost you get, even though you're firing from the front, right? and that's very dangerous for enemies paired with a slow. Yeah, I like it. I like the playstyle a lot. Also, it has a decent amount of HP too. It's not very slow. Overall, it's just a really, really good robot. And you can see how I shot this ability from so far away, and I was able to take down the other dude from the other team there relatively nicely. So now we're coming in, we're circling from the right side, because I didn't want to shoot through this narrow corridor all the time. And there's my first victim, the next victim. Boop, he got hit, and now he's around the corner, and I can still curve my shots right at him. For those of you who aren't so familiar with Mech Arena yet, this game has a ton of awesome robots with unique abilities, such as the one you're seeing here from the Orion robot. Also a huge variety of weapons to unlock and upgrade, tons of skins, so you have basically unlimited opportunities or ways to customize your robot to your playstyle and to what you like it to look. Also, you can play alone or with your friends in control point capture, 5v5 or 2v2 deathmatch tournaments and more. Again, against a fast kill shot, pam pam, 7,000, he's gone from the disc launcher because he's slowed. I can hit him so much easier, and also, of course, the 2.5 times amount of damage we're doing when we hit the enemy. It's so freaking effective. Look at this. Enemies are so easy to be taken down now with this, and I can hide around the corner. The cooldown also of the weapon ability, or robot ability rather, is not very high. Here, this guy got marked again, so anybody shooting him now will do 2.5 times the amount of damage, as if they were firing from behind. Boots, there he goes. Very crazy, man. I like this. It's probably one of my most powerful robots. No, it's probably the most powerful robot I have at this point in my hangar. I also like my kill shot, as you have seen in the previous videos. I also very much like the robot that disables the the Sapphire robot that disables enemy robots entirely for a few seconds, leaving them basically dead in the water. You have to get very close in order to use it. This ability from this Orion robot is kind of an offensive and defensive ability, and you can use it from far away, from 100 meters. You don't have to get very close and expose yourself to a lot of enemy firepower and risk, you know? And that really kind of makes it for me here, the fact that I can stay far away and still make use of it. Do you see how freaking awesome this shot curved around the corner and hit him? It's a basically auto-homing projectile thingy that seems to have a little bit of a splash. I don't yet have this 100% confirmed, but it seems like when multiple enemies are standing in one location, I can apply the effect to multiple targets. And then remember, the disc launcher has an area effect too, where all of them get hit. Therefore, all of them getting the 2.5 times the amount of extra damage. It's crazy, dude. Again, this is why I say it's probably one of the coolest combinations on the Orion to use the disc launcher on it. It pairs so very well. Here, I'm just walking myself back in corner, helped my team by providing the additional damage boost. And it seems like they have maybe a shield up or something, because a couple of my shots didn't make it through. Bam, here comes, again, see here, there's a Panther. I think there's a Panther had a Panther shield up there. And this one is actually impenetrable, I think, even from the Orion Hunter's Mark ability. Trying to curve a shot in, but the guy is just hiding very effectively on the corner. Here he comes, bam. Got him, and boop, there comes my ability. And see, even though he had the shield, we were able to produce shots and damage through his shield, because I think like 80 or 90% of the damage still goes through the shield or something. I'm not 100% sure on the numbers, but I do know that it bypasses shields and lets partial damage go through, and it's a high percentage amount that goes through. It's not just 10% or something. So as you can see here, we're back in the next match. I already have another victim found for my discs, and he takes all those to the face. And he still has the effect, by the way. I could probably still apply 1 or 2 more shots even after the reload, and they would still hit that enemy with the effect on. Oh man, look at him. He's just coming out. He's barely able to move, and he gets that extra damage right to him. It's crazy. It's so good. I like it. I have so much fun playing the Orion robot here. Especially with the disc launcher. I guess there are multiple ways. You could probably also test it with, maybe that's something we do in another video, testing it with the rocket mortar, because you can slow enemy as a very far range, they take extra damage, and then your rocket mortars just one-hits them immediately, and they're not even fast enough to get back in safety because of that slow, you know? So I think that would be an excellent combination too. Maybe not as meta ready or as powerful as the disc launcher in terms of keeping you know, the pressure and the damage coming, but it certainly would be a very fun combination, one that we could do next time maybe. I really like the idea. I'll probably do this. Cool thing. So we're coming to the end here. I'm playing my last few seconds with the Savior robot, and yeah, such a good thing. Oh god, I was hit by a mine, but I'll get the enemy here. And that's it. And by the way, Mech Arena has a ton of new things happening this month. Aside from the new robot Orion that you can see in this video, we also have the new weapon Graviton Beam and the Battle Pass Season 8. So it's a great time to get started. And remember, Mech Arena is completely free to play on Android and iOS, so make sure to use that QR code on screen or the links down below to kickstart your play with a starter pack worth $25, with a Firelight skin, a Prodigy crate, and a Plasma Cannon 4. And then come find me in the game under the name Just a Money.